There was a pretty brutal Barcelona beatdown on Tuesday in the Champions League, so much so that the odds, unlike the Hunger Games, are not in Barcelona's favor.
I love that transition. Yeah, if you're just waking up after a very long nap, which made you miss the whole of Tuesday, and we don't know what's going to happen because this has been shot on Wednesday before the game, because the UCA favourites may switch again if an Arsenal victory maybe could switch it forever in their favour.
They're not winning 5-0 now that I just gave them the kiss of death. They're going to win 6-0.
Yeah, so the main substance of the clip is that Barcelona are no longer favourites because they're no longer favourites to even emerge from the round of 16. They were on the receiving end of a 4-0 drubbing at the hands of PSG and their newfound dominant style of football, in which I say newfound meaning the Champions League. This is usually, as I mentioned in the clip yesterday, where they go, that's a big wall to climb. We don't have the talent to get there. Cavani misses some chances. Zlatan is missing in the game, and we couldn't overcome that, is what happened against Barcelona. 2 out of the last 3 years? They always face Barcelona at this point, or at least later on. But Cavani has emerged from Zlatan's shadow after Zlatan going to Manchester United, and he's embracing it. 7 goals in his last 7. Julian Draxler, easily the best pickup in the January transfer window. Not even close.
Came from Wolfsburg?
Wolfsburg, man. This is a guy that was touted to be great.
Wolfsburg is got to be one of the better breeding grounds.
Well, they didn't breed him. Schalke bred him, and then Wolfsburg went in and handpicked the bred player.
Schalke just getting
Schalke. Well, the thing is with Draxler, Jason, is he was touted to be great from a very young age. Like, he's one of the players that's like, wait, he's only 23, 22? This kid's been there. He's been on the cusp of greatness for so many years, and PSG went, fuck it, why are we going to sit on the sidelines and let Wolfsburg take this player to the next level? We'll go in, we've got the money, we've got the star power, we'll take him on. And he was phenomenal. He terrorized Barcelona yesterday, as well as Angel Di Maria. So it's no surprise. Their odds have been slashed, and they're now going to have to face an impossible task to get through.
Yeah, I'm betting on Barcelona, by the way, because we'll show you where they're the odds to win the favorites now. Just because it's insane, the number.
Why not?
A $5 bet. By the way, Bayern Munich now takes over as the premier front-runner favorite to win.
Paddy Power.
Nothing really changed in terms of the order.
Yeah.
You just take Barcelona from the top and then move everybody else up one. What's interesting, though, is because of, again, Real Madrid winning last year's Champions League and nobody doing it back-to-back, they've decided that we can't make Real Madrid the favorite. There's Barcelona, 30-1, 40-1 at some places, with the likes of Napoli.
Are
the first time they've ever been with the likes of Napoli.
Are they worth just an odd $10 bet? You know, like just.
Yes.
Like what are you?
Yes, they are. Just, I mean, you're going to lose $10, but it could be $300.
Think of this. You mentioned it yesterday. You mentioned that a lot of Chipotle. You mentioned it yesterday. It's, of course, no one's overcame a deficit like this before in the stages of the Champions League. Barcelona have overcame deficits like this in the past when it comes to in La Liga or Copa del Rey play. They've managed to overcome crazy results, and they've got the star power to do it. There's something magical about the Champions League. You asked me yesterday, well, when has something as crazy as that happened? And I was like,
kind of last year.
Well,
Ronaldo, kind of.
Ronaldo in a similar way, but or helping Real Madrid bounce back. But immediately, Steven Gerrard leading Liverpool after being just devoured 3-0 in the first half against AC Milan in a Champions League final. That's just 1 goal shy of the deficit Barcelona have to turn. They did it in the second half.
I know, but so they had 45 minutes to score 3.
Yes, and they took it into extra time.
You need 90 minutes to score
4 to take it to extra time, or 5 to win.
In this game, you need 6 to win and not give up any.
5.
They're playing at home, Barcelona.
Yeah, they lost 4-0.
They lost 5-0.
They lost 4-0.
Who?
Barcelona lost 4-0.
In your world.
Reality?
Right. Reality. Shit, I thought it was 5. I thought it was 5. All right, whatever. Sorry.
So they need to overcome. They need to score 5 goals to win, but 4 goals to force extra time. Then it's a completely different ball game, especially at the Nou Camp. So is it a very hard task? Would Luis Enrique prefer a different route to the last day? Yes, of course he would. But these are the cards that are dealt, and if there's anyone that you would at least give them a slight chance, it's Lionel Messi, Neymar, and Suarez. on their home field where they are known to be dominant. So that's why on the clip yesterday I was careful with my words. I think that PSG did take them straight to bed on Valentine's Day. They skipped the meal.
Careful with your words. In December, you'll say Chelsea won the Premier League.
Yeah.
But Barcelona needs to score 5 goals in a match, or in my world, 6 goals. Just to,
I mean, they'll still win if they score 6,
they'll
Jason,
still
so
win.
you're right.
So, alternative facts. 6 goals, 7 goals, 8 goals, won't matter. They just need a lot of them. So, I kiss of death, Barcelona. I already did it to them, and Dortmund too, and pretty much now that means anybody who I didn't say would win has a very good shot.
I do think that Real Madrid are a good outside bet to repeat. I mean, Zidane loves bending history in his own favour. So, I mean, he scored the most phenomenal, technically astounding goal, I think, in a Champions League final that I've ever seen. And it was in Scotland, of all places.
It's like 1995?
It was...
96?
No, it was
94.
2000...
Oh, seriously?
Yeah, he was still in his prime around then. He was a 1998 World Cup winner for France, and then continued his phenomenal career into the 2000s with Real Madrid. I believe it might be 2001.